All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. So today I wanted to make a video about Kaz, aka Bill Kazmaier, and whether or not you could make the argument that he is the greatest strength athlete in the history of strength athletes. So first and foremost, I met Kaz in 2009 and in 2017, as you can see in these photos. The photo that I'm showing you now, I was only 16 or 17 years old. I'm 23 now. He's a very nice, very humble guy. I talked to him for a little while both times that I met him. So it was an honor to meet this guy. So my argument is that he is the greatest strength athlete of all time. Now, why do I argue that? Because he was a world champion powerlifter, a 3-time world strongest man winner, so that's strongman, a professional wrestler, a 6-time Highland Games Championship, Highland/Scottish Games, and he also tried out for the NFL, the Green Bay Packers. So I don't know of any athlete in the strength industry that has crossed over to this many other sports and done so exceedingly well in each of the sports. So let me read you guys a little bit of background on this guy's powerlifting career. So on average, he's about 6'2", and his average weight is 350 pounds. So his best bench press ever was 661.4 pounds, which is the equivalent of 300 kilograms. His best deadlift ever was 886.7 pounds, which is the equivalent of 402 kilograms. It's also important to note that in strongman competition, his best silver dollar deadlift was 1,055 pounds. He also holds a record for a 495-pound overhead press, strict, no leg drive whatsoever. So that's very impressive. That's 5 plates on each side overhead press. His best squat was 925 pounds in a powerlifting meet, which is the equivalent of 420 kilograms. And in strongman competition on a Smith machine, he squatted 969 pounds, which is the equivalent of 440 kilograms. So again, that was in a strongman competition on a Smith machine, not an official powerlifting lift, but still a very impressive squat nonetheless. So again, in strongman, he is a 3-time world strongest man winner. He won the world strongest man in 1980, 1981, and 1982. Another impressive strongman lift that he's associated with is the 375-pound overhead log press. So I also mentioned that he was a pro wrestler. So in terms of pro wrestling, he competed in the WCW Wrestling Federation in 1981. He competed with the famous Vince McMahon's WWF in 1986. And from that point on, he competed in a promotion in Canada known as Stampede Wrestling, who, for those of you who are familiar with bodybuilding, a famous bodybuilder named Roy Callender from Canada also competed in Stampede Wrestling. So Bill Kazmaier would also go on to compete in Japan, wrestle in Japan, which is known as one of the premier places to wrestle. So he was actually a pretty accomplished pro wrestler. To go wrestle in Japan, you had to have some actual talent. So again, I said he competed in the Scottish/Highland Games, which many people know as the guys that wear kilts and do the hammer throw and do the caber toss and all that good stuff. So he was a 6-time Scottish Games champion. So all of these sports he competed in, he dominated in. So he was, in my opinion, the greatest strength athlete of all time. And still to this day, he's one of the winningest world strongest man winners to this day. He's also, currently what he's doing is he still owns a gym in Alabama called Swat Gym. He's still a pretty big guy. When I met him in 2017 at the Arnold Classic, he's still huge in person. I mean, he's still in pretty good shape. A little bit fatter than he was back in the day, but for his age, he's in pretty damn good shape. So he is still alive. He's still kicking. He's still going to all these shows and meeting fans and all that good stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a little bit about Bill Kazmaier that you didn't know before. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you think he is the greatest strength athlete of all time? Nick Strength and Power, signing out.